Hey friends, welcoming you back to our second episode of African catfish farming using tanks as Mr. Mulamata Charles Kayongo is still taking us through what it takes to farm fish using tanks.
Whereby we have the bigger tanks.
Okay.
So these are the IBC tanks which you can set up, but then you have got facility.
Mr. Kayongo, we've not talked about this system we are seeing here. We are just seeing water flowing. We don't know where this water is coming from, where it is going, how the fish is enjoying the flow of water. In case power is not on, what happens? In case someone's just deep in the village, what can happen? Can't that farmer farm fish without power?
That's a very good question. Can a farmer farm fish without power?
Yes.
Yes. A farmer can farm fish without power if he has got a pond. But this technology will require a bit of power. In fact, a lot of power. There are, when we do costing for these systems, we factor in power, energy. Unfortunately, in this country, energy is a very big question.
Yes.
Continuous availability of energy is a challenge. Now, this brings us to the reason why we are farming catfish. Besides the fact that catfish is a very tasty fish, according to me, tastes better than ngege, than tilapia.
Really?
Yeah. Ask anybody who has ever eaten catfish. You can eat it fried, you can eat it smoked, you can eat it...
mixed in guineas.
Mixed in guinea, you can eat it in a luombo. And catfish is really a pleasure to enjoy and eat. Now, besides that, catfish is endowed with a facility to breathe in water and to breathe on land like you and me.
Really?
So, in a tank, catfish farming is the priority fish that we farm because in Uganda, electricity that is used to put oxygen in water is not there all the time. It is not guaranteed. When electricity goes off and you are fully stocked with fish, and that fish is relying on electricity to breathe, you can imagine what scenario can come in the next half an hour. You start to lose fish. With catfish, if electricity goes off, it will come up and breathe and go down. It will come up and breathe and go down.
Sure.
So it is the most ideal to farm in the tanks.
The catfish.
The catfish. But however, in this area, we are putting a bit of emergency because we don't want to have
losses,
to take a risk just unnecessary. We've got batteries here, and these batteries, they work as a backup system in case electricity goes off. This electricity, these batteries are charged. There is a battery charger up there on the other side. So it charges the batteries when electricity is there. And then when electricity goes off, that aerator comes on instead of this one, and it supplies the same air chamber. The chamber distributes the air to that, and then we have oxygen distributed in the whole system. So electricity to us is not a very big worry, but it should be there. Now, if for some reason it is not on for 1 or 2, 3 days, one needs to have a standby generator. Because this is a commercial activity. You must have security to make sure that not only people don't steal your fish, but also electricity is assured because you're operating in electricity. In addition to that, you must have what is called agricultural insurance. Government has subsidized agricultural insurance to 50%, and they have paid, and you need to access that agricultural insurance.
From where?
What for? From any insurance company. You just ask an insurance company whether they have agricultural insurance. They'll come to you, they'll assess whether that is an insurable risk. Insurable risk is very important. This is an insurable risk because I can close, I can lock. A pond is rarely an insurable risk. You have got a pond in some remote area, in a swamp, and you have put your money there. The money is how much? 150 million. Now, anybody can come. Even if somebody does not come, it might rain.
Yes.
And it comes and takes away all your fish, 50 million, the insurance is not going to give you that amount of security.
But when it comes
so when they come here, they'll find the house is very secure. There are iron bars and it is lockable. I can even put a CCTV camera. I can have dogs outside. So chances of somebody coming here poisoning my fish
are very low.
Are very, very limited.
Minimal.
So an insurance company will definitely give you insurance. What's the advantage of an insurance company? Continuity. If I stock my fish in these tanks, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, those are 4 tanks. And in each tank, I expect to get 4 million. That is 16 million.
In which?
In 1 month's time.
In 1 month.
So 16 million, if I am insured and my fish, for whatever reason, in fact, what reason could befall my fish? Because I've secured the electricity, I've secured the perimeter, I've put a CCTV camera. So before an insurance company comes to get my premium, they'll make sure that chances of losing are 1 in 1,000. Suppose that 1 happened. At least I'll get 80% or 70% of my expected insured amount.
Yes.
If I insured for 10 million, at least I'll get 8 million back from the insurance. What does that mean to me, a farmer? What it means that I don't have to miss a step just because all my fish died.
Yeah. I
can immediately put in money, clean the tanks, stock again. So I get continuity. So farmers, please understand, you cannot farm commercially if you are not insured.
So insurance is very crucial.
Is mandatory.
As far as commercial farming
is concerned.
And when it comes to tank farming?
When it comes to tank fish farming, that is an insurable risk.
Okay.
It is insurable because you can put it in a secure place, in your perimeter, with a perimeter wall, and with all the security that you can master.
Yes.
So here we are collecting rainwater and putting it in that tank and then sending it in the other new section that we are about to set up.
Rainwater and the national water, what is?
No, we don't have national water at all.
But if in case? If
you have national water, you can also use national water even though the water is chlorinated. You can dechlorinate it. There's a way to remove the chlorine.
Okay.
And then you can use it for fish farming after testing and seeing that it is okay. This is our new facility. We have set up these tanks. We got these tanks from China.
Yes.
And very easy to set up. Just get a metal frame, then you put the tarpaulin. These tarpaulin are the ones that we imported. It comes ready-made like this. After you have fitted it in the frame, then you just put a hole in the middle, and then you can drain the water.
They are purposely for what?
For fish farming.
No. So very soon we are going to see fish in this?
No, we are expanding that facility. In that tank, as I told you, we have 10,000 fingerlings.
Okay.
That we can grow to 10 grams. That is 1,000 liter tank. But here we have 5,000 liters. That means
this
I can
tank contains 5,000
liters.
And how many fish can?
That means here I can stock 50,000 fingerlings.
Per tank?
Per tank.
Times 3.
Times 4. There is another 4th tank which is coming there. So here I can stock 200,000 fingerlings. Grow them for 1 month and we'll be in business.
This is really commercial.
This is commercial.
So
at the onset, we are onto commercial activity.
Yes.
If it doesn't make money, we don't touch it. But this level is being launched afresh. This one is composed of, before we can start stocking here, we have got a greenhouse that predators do not come and pick our fish as and when they want. And also
then the light,
to make sure that we maintain the light moderate
since
according
the
to what we
catfish
want.
need
exactly
some darkness.
And also make sure that we are not exposed to the element. We don't want it to start raining and then the whole tanks they fill up and we are sleeping. unnecessary to have sleepless night. We are elderly people. We need our peace of mind. So once it is inside the structure, we can control the environment, and we can, what we have set is what it will remain as.
Water is green. Do you put something?
Water is green because we are trying to take out an experiment. Water which comes from there, we sometimes release it here.
Yeah.
That means this water is rich. And when it becomes rich, it grows algae. Algae is a plant, and as you know, it grows planktons and so on and so forth. Yes.
So this is sweet potato?
This is sweet potato. We are experimenting.
Okay.
We want to see, can we grow sweet potato here? I did that experiment when I grew the taro yam. Okay. Here we had taro yam, amayuni. So we used to grow yams on this, and we used to get out very good quality taro yam. Sweet potato, we planted it some time back, about I think it is about 2-3 days back, and seems to be doing well.
There is progress.
I'm really very curious what will happen, because the next stage it is going to flower.
Really?
When it flowers, it should bring something. So I want to see what it brings.
So we are waiting for food.
Yes, this is an industry which is very interesting.
Sure.
I encourage all Ugandans out there to not only think commercial, but think interest.
Yes.
A man like me, this is my resting time. I would like to enjoy what I'm doing. If I do pick potatoes from here,
yes,
I'll be very happy.
Yes.
Because I would have grown a potato where it has never been grown before.
It is a new venture.
It's a new venture.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Eyebika.
No.
What does it mean? This is a temperature-controlled greenhouse.
Particularly for fish.
Particularly for young fish.
Oh.
Akenyanja kafa akato kali very temperature sensitive. Fish, fish as you know, is cold-blooded. Now, cold-blooded does not mean that all the other functions will take place in the cold. For example, juices, digestive juices perform best, the enzymes, at a particular temperature. So if you want your fish to grow fast, heat the water.
Really? The
optimal temperature is around 28 degrees. In this country, we can operate at around, our ambient temperature is about 22 to, in fact, 19 to 20, 23. But if you can keep your fish at 28 degrees, it will eat very fast, it will eat very well.
And it will grow very fast.
And it will grow very fast.
That is money.
That's money for you. The shorter you take to produce the money, the happier you are going to be in your venture. So this greenhouse is automatic. After we have set it up, what you are seeing right now are blankets. That blanket is going to be on top of the greenhouse.
Oh.
Now, in the morning,
the
blanket is rolled out.
Purposely to...
by the equipment that we are attaching it.
Okay.
And then the sun will come in. When the sun comes in, it will hit the environment, it will hit the water, it will hit the body of the greenhouse. That happens to all greenhouses. But what is different between this greenhouse and the traditional greenhouses, that when it gets cold, the greenhouses get very cold. But in this one, we'll sense the temperature inside and the temperature outside. When the temperature outside is lower than the temperature inside, the greenhouse will cover itself to retain the heat within the greenhouse.
All right.
And then you can have that heat. Tomorrow, when the sun comes up, then the greenhouse will open. This can be manually done. It can be electrically done automatically.
So this greenhouse is going to be set outside?
Yeah.
For increased production?
For increased production and making our production more efficient.
Okay.
When you have an efficient production system, the offspring, the fish that you bring out, the fish seed, is of a much superior quality than if you are taking it through the rigors of temperature variations. Yes. Fish farming. Fish farming is very lucrative, but you must have the proper knowledge. You must source the knowledge from the proper source.
Yes.
Fish farming can be done in 3 major ways. You can do it in the pond.
Yes.
Traditionally, we know pond. You can do it in the cage. Of late, cage is very popular. But you can also do it in tanks. Tanks is least known, especially the commercial variety. I emphasize the commercial component of the activity. Now, pond has proven to be low tech. And because of that, there is still challenges, a lot of challenges, like a lot of predators, a lot of management issues, and so on and so forth. Those who are there in pond, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not condemning pond. I'm saying pond can be improved. It has got a lot that can be done on it. For example, security.
Yes.
You cannot invest your money if you're not secure. Security in what? In the environment. Security in predators. Security in bad people. We have had a lot of stories. Tank is what anybody can do.
Yes.
Because, I mean, these tanks are everywhere in the country. Those tanks, they are available with us.
At Kakana?
At Kakana.
Yes.
The only thing one has to do is put in those other components, which, yes, they are available on the market, but we have got them here. We can supply you a quality aquaculture specific product that can work for you. We can install the system for you.
Okay.
And you can even do an analysis, a concept note, before you invest, so that you know what to expect. You must always know what to expect before you invest. Okay. It's very, very important. And then we'll handhold you to achieve that projected expectation.
Beyond expectations.
Exactly. We have been in this industry for more than 15 years, focusing only on catfish. For us, we are farming catfish because we needed to specialize. So we understand catfish very well. Okay. And we have no issue with other types of fish. And
you can catfish.
But you can also farm the other types of fish.
Using tanks?
Using tanks. But for us, if you want catfish, you come here. You can also come here for other types of fish, but we do not have the full value chain. For catfish, we have from the hatchery, nursery 1, nursery 2, and you can handhold you for nursery 2. And then for the ponds, we can supply them a quality seed.
Mr. Kayongo, do you carry out training as far as this venture is concerned?
Yes, we do training. We can do group training.
Yes.
We do consultation.
Yes.
Before you venture into any activity of fish farming, it is recommended you come here for just 50,000. We'll explain to you why you should farm fish. And we'll make a lot of effort to make sure that you are convinced.
Do you make follow-up on your farmers?
Yes, we make follow-up on farmers who have come here for training, follow-up on farmers who have taken our seed, and we sometimes follow them up with phone calls. They also come back to us. If you take seed, within 4 months' time, we expect you to come back.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kayongo. At Kakana, everything is done in a unique way. Training is done here. You come for training. Consultation is also done at the farm. Everything is interesting. Everything is beautiful. Everything is unique at Kakana as far as fish farming is concerned, particularly the catfish. A lot more is still coming. Bye-bye.